Hello everybody, welcome back to Made at Midnight. We're going to start things off with a very satisfying fireball. He's going to fireball the merged cannon, and he's going to take out the expose, scatter shots, poison spell tower, and clan castle. Also the single target inferno in front of the merged cannon. He's got the angry jelly on the warden. He's only targeting defenses. He's doing this so he can destroy as many defenses between the warden and where he wants the fireball to go, so he can invest as few invisibility spells as possible. And he's going to wait for the Angry Jelly to no longer be active, so his Warden will target some of these trash buildings at the 3 o'clock side. That way his Warden won't push in searching for a defense when he puts invisibility spells on the other defenses to the sides. And now with the Angry Jelly no longer active, Warden no longer targeting defenses, he can go ahead and drop his invisibility spells. Fireball, Merge Cannon takes out all of that value. Now he lets the Warden clean up some trash. He's taking out these elixir storages, and he's going to put his super witches down and work from 3 over towards 6, push in towards the town hall, and just completely destroy the space. He's going to swag 5 spells, and he's not going to need his RC. And this is a very common base, so if you see this base, we usually run into it every other war, so you'll know how to absolutely destroy this base. AQ down at 6, early ability, creates an excellent funnel. BK works straight in, there's nowhere else to go because of the AQ funnel, pushes in towards the town hall, just lets the BK beat through the wall. Still has a minion prince up, that's alright. Witches take out minion prince, BK's pushing up, drops this jump spell, doesn't need it, swags the EQ boots on the BK. Now the only defenses of danger remaining are the monolith, single target inferno tower, and this ricochet cannon. Ice Golem, still alive, freezes up the single target inferno. Big boys distract in front of the monolith, witches take out the monolith with warden help. Pushing in, multi-archer tower goes down, base is absolutely wrecked. Awesome hit to Sam. This is a very common base, we run into it almost every other war. So when you find this base in your next clan war, and you hit exactly how Sam hit, only conserve your jump spell, use your BK EQ boots, you'll be able to swag 7 spell space and your RC, which is absolutely insane. Base is absolutely cracked. Thanks to Sam for cracking it for us. And here we show the troops that he used in his troop launcher. 3 loons and 5 Valks. Alright, so here's another base that you can absolutely destroy. I'm going to do it with a Giant Arrow, Zap, AQ Charge, Ice Golem strat. That is very fun to do. So when you find this base, think Giant Arrow, Zap, AQ Charge, Ice Golems. Although you can conserve your Giant Arrow and just bring a couple more lightning spells. You would need 2 more lightning spells if you're to do this without the Giant Arrow. So creating a funnel, want the AQ to push into this 3 o'clock compartment. I do not want her to go to 12. Drop the Flame Flinger, test for traps. Flame Flinger's working over at 9, getting some free buildings. I have my funnel set up for my AQ to push into this 3 o'clock compartment. BK is going to push in as well because I need BK to open up the walls towards the town hall with the EQ boots. Drop this Ice Golem so that my healers don't get targeted by this multi-archer tower. Ice Golem freezes up the multi-archer tower. Giant Arrow, EQ, zaps, take out the monolith, the multi-inferno tower, and most importantly, the fire spitter that would have been facing all of my troops coming in from 3. And the danger of a fire spitter is it will peel off all of your healers. It only takes a few times, and your invisibility spells will not cover all of your troops. So definitely come in behind a fire spitter or find a way to take it out before you start AQ charging that direction. Now I'm just sprinkling in some ice golems to distract these defenses. Distract up this ricochet cannon. Ricochet cannons are very deadly to an AQ charge, very deadly to an RC charge. And the reason you want to use ice golems is because it stops these multi-targeting defenses. That way your RC and your Spirit Fox stay alive. So then if defenses target your RC later in the raid, the Spirit Fox will make your RC invisible, and then the defenses will either target your Archer Queen that's being protected by the Warden and Rage, or it will target an Ice Golem that you set down for the RC. Army is all about distraction. So I'm just going to barely take out that ricochet cannon, and now all the remaining defenses I can clip with the rocket spear. I really like using the rocket spear with this strat. And another amazing thing about the rocket spear is if your RC's encountering some damage, you can hit the rocket spear and it's like pressing the brakes button. Your RC suddenly stops and it lets the other troops get out next to the RC and help tank for the RC. Because you want to keep all of your troops together. And using the rocket spear is a great way to do that. Here we have Ninja with his super minor hit. And he's creating a funnel with the RC. He's going to work in, take out the scattershot, expo, and even reach up towards the splitter and the ricochet cannon. And he's going heavy with the invisibility spells because he wants to keep his fox alive, especially being near the town hall. If you're late with an invisibility spell near the town hall, even for a split second, the Giga Inferno will rain down, hit your fox, even through invis. It tracks everything, and it only takes 2 to 3 hits for your fox to go down and die. And since he's using super miners that burrow underground, when they're underground they will not be able to distract for the RC, so he needs the fox to keep the RC invisible. Getting all the way up to this rage tower compartment, recalling the RC back. So now with this nice funnel wrapping around the town hall, you can just drop a siege barracks, ice golem, create a funnel down here at 6, pushes troops in from about 5, uses AQ at about 7, further enhance his funnel, and push all his troops directly into the town hall. He's got the Warden, some loons to test for traps, healers in behind, Minion Prince with the Dark Orb, and I believe he has the Metal Pants on his Minion Prince, since there's not many other air troops around. If you have a lot of air troops, like a drag army, bring the Henchman Puppet, because you have all your dragons that'll go through the base to test for traps, but since he doesn't have many air troops to test for traps, he's using the Metal Pants to keep his Minion Prince safe. Alright, so Super Miner's still pushing through. He's got AQ still wrapping around the outside, cleaning up all the trash, making sure these Super Miners stay into the core. And once again, you want all your troops clumped together. This way they're under the Rage Vial, and they're all benefiting from the Warden ability. RC works up, trying to take out this enemy Minion Prince. Enemy Minion Prince is really the only thing left that can do him damage. AQ takes out the enemy BK, reaches over, takes the Minion Prince, and now the base is over. Another very fun strat to do. And this base looks like it's a similar layout as the attack he did in the last replay. So if you were serious about learning this strat and you want to use it in war, base identification is the #1 thing. I know everybody doesn't really care about base identification that much anymore because everyone says the game's easy, but if you really want to destroy base identification. Here we have Ronnie doing a Root Rider attack. He's going to create such a good funnel with his RC that there will be no need for an overgrowth. RC's pushing in, he's got a baby drag, he's going to put it on the wizard tower to the left of the RC just to help clear some trash. He's waiting for this air defense to go down. Air defense goes down, baby drag comes in. RC's pushing up over here by the scatter shot. And important, RC is going to trip this rage tower. That way his troops will not have to take the extra damage from the rage tower when he enters the base. So now he's got this beautiful funnel set up. He can push his troops straight in from about 130. AQ down here at 3. Going to create a funnel. And he's using an ice golem to stop this multi-archer tower. BK out in front of the archer queen. BK's got the snake bracelet on, so the snakes can further distract for the AQ. He's going to wall break into the town hall compartment for his AQ, and that way his Root Riders and Valks can push straight through the middle from Fire Spitter to Fire Spitter. And he's got 2 rage so that they can get through as fast as possible. Got an Ice Hound comes out. Once that pops, the Electro Boots on the RC should take out all the pups very quickly. Pops everything instantly evaporated. AQ creating this nice funnel. So yeah, all his RRs, all his Valks, straight through the core of this base. And that is a great thing. Base identification with any strat, and you will destroy everything. Also, notice he has the Sneezy on his Warden. Sneezy with the projectiles are absolutely amazing in a Root Rider attack. Really helps to save your healers, and you need your healers in a Root Rider attack to stay alive till the end of the raid to get a 3-star. Not always, but 99% of the time when the healers are alive, you will have a 3-star. Really the only thing left in this base is the BK next to the Monolith. BK is down, Monolith's down, base is destroyed. Awesome hit to Ronnie. Love watching these base identification hits. Alright, on to Liam Exotic, and he's coming in with a Yeti clone Blimp drag attack. Setting a funnel with this baby drag. Got a invisibility spell tower next to the town hall, so he's going to be using a giant arrow to trip that so that the Yetis and Yeti mites can target the town hall right away. Trips the invisibility spell tower, takes out one of these sweepers, sends in the Blimp, Warden Eternal Tome. It'll be interesting with the new update and the Eternal Tome rework to see just how many clones people start bringing. I'm wondering if it's going to be clones to chain the clones to leapfrog the Yetis farther into the base. So if your Blimp lands early before the Town Hall, you can just layer 3-4 clones to get the Yetis into the Town Hall. Alright, so Queen's working on the outside. Got this Frosty. And with these strats, you definitely want to bring the Frosty on the outside because you have all these multi-targeting defenses. If you bring the Unicorn, one ricochet cannon will destroy the Unicorn right away and won't be stalled up by the Frost Mites of the Frosty. So in these drag attacks that require the giant arrow, definitely make sure to bring the Frosty. If you don't need the giant arrow, if sweepers are facing both the opposite way, or if you can snipe some of the defenses with rocket moons, then you can get into using the magic mirror or the apprentice with the giant equipments. So yeah, base absolutely wrecked. And this is definitely one of the strongest strats in the game. So here we have another Root Rider attack, and Amethyst is coming in, much like Ronnie, without an overgrowth, haste Vial on RC to take out a huge portion of this base early on and create a very nice funnel. And he's going into this section, and it doesn't really matter which direction the RC goes because he wants to take out one of these fire spitters. That way he can come from behind the remaining fire spitter with his RRs and Valks. Fire spitters are definitely one of the most deadly defenses in the game. So if you can take one out early, and that's what you want to accomplish a lot of times with RRs, you want to get one fire spitter out so you can come in from behind the remaining fire spitter. Takes out this fire spitter, has the Giga Inferno working, trying to take out this Ricochet Cannon. Ricochet Cannon takes out the Spirit Fox, but he created such a nice funnel that it's not going to be a problem. A lot of times trying to get that one last remaining defense isn't worth it though. So if you get a good funnel with your RC and you're trying to take out one remaining defense, especially if that's on the outside and it doesn't contribute to the funnel as much, go ahead and recall your RC out. No need to put the RC and the Fox in jeopardy. So he's coming in with the Minion Prince so he can Dark Orb, freeze up some of these defenses to slow up their attacking ability on his troops. Valks come in, take out this single target Inferno. Got an Ice Hound and an Ice Golem come out. Minion Prince focusing on that Ice Golem, everything gets stalled up a little bit. All good. Just waiting, trying to figure out the best place to put the Minion Prince ability. I'm guessing he's going to go right over this Monolith. Takes out the Clan Castle. Gold storage, still waiting. Wow, was able to take out the Monolith without even the Minion Prince ability. I would have panicked and used the Minion Prince ability about 15 seconds earlier. He's got Super Barbs for cleaning up the outside to keep all his Root Riders and Valks on the inside working together so that these multi-targeting defenses can't pick off some stragglers. You always want to keep your troops bunched up so that they can work together, strengthen numbers, and take out these defenses as fast as possible. Awesome hit to Amethyst. Really happy he's in the clan. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you again next time.